Assume the Death Dread's going to come over here and attack you. It's going to be some pretty big damage. That could actually be enough to almost kill you. Yeah, I don't know what his deal is, but...
minds are focused. I will put this ground behind me. Enemy luck. Let this be their end. Let us land a decisive blow.
Alright. Let's kill this guy, though.
We shall evade their fire. Our minds are focused.
Yeah, it's problematic, because he'll hit for full damage.
The Craftworld shall be protected. Moving now. Let us land a decisive blow. Seize the moment. We await our target. Give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder.
Ah, man.
Ready to provide support.
Still got
fire.
a little bit of a cough.
Orders received and understood. I will put this ground behind me.
Alright, let's just push you up here.
To this event.
The path is clear.
We will chase down.
Alright, they're down.
Scout walkers ready to act.
Alright, you stay there.
Secrets. You require my sage advice.
You there. And you.
We will survive, and we shall do so together.
Are building some energy for me. Just do that. And then we're going to need to get the ore. Ah, shit. We kill that Death Dread and then they send more over this way. Don't know how many Scragglers he has over here. That looks like Space Marines. I may not be able to go too much further then. Yep, that just fired its last cannons over. Well, we may really just be stuck over here guarding our base. I was kind of hoping maybe I was going to be net positive again. Nope, orcs are going to be sending guys at us now.
Unleash upon our enemies the great engines of Vol.
Alright, the Scorpion is an Aeldari super heavy grav tank, utilizing exclusively by the Craftworld Aeldari, and is amongst the largest vehicles recorded capable of anti-gravitic movement in the galaxy. Known to the Aeldari as one of the engines of Vol, it combines the sophisticated and powerful weaponry with the grace and speed that have come to be associated with the Aeldari's vehicles. Protected by a hollow field and armed with the twin-linked pulsars, the Scorpion has earned its nickname, like the Gravemaker and Deathsled, from the Imperium of Man's veteran tank crews.
Give me a target.
Alright, now we're going to be pulling you back to heal, I guess.
Destination confirmed. The Craftworld shall be protected.
Bring you up a little bit to do some more healing.
Quickly, we are needed there. Heavy ordnance at the ready.
You can clear that out.
I know what you seek. We cannot deny that the Astartes' capabilities exceed those of an average Aeldari warrior, and have often found them honorable allies. Here, though, on a planet they claim for their Imperium, they will only accept our death.
Alright. That's unfortunate.
Scout walkers ready to act. Searching for targets. Destination
Pull you
confirmed.
back. Actually, glad I saw that your healing was up first.
All receive
Well,
what they
no,
truly
you're still
deserve.
not to where you need to be, unfortunately.
We stride toward battle. Searching for targets.
Alright, well, let's get the star engines, I guess, if I do end up making any, which I doubt I will. In fact, I don't even know if I could afford one, to be quite honest, given that I only have 140 ore currently.
You do well to seek my aid. A
Alright.
simple matter for a sky
No,
ride.
that's not what I wanted to do. Misclick.
Scout walkers ready to act. The Craftworld shall be protected.
Oh, why are you not attacking?
Give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder.
Shall we begin? This planet troubles me. The power of the Aeldari unleashed!
I will
Alright, you
put
come
this
and
ground
heal.
behind me.
You
Searching
come
for
and
targets.
heal.
We stride
You
toward
come and
battle.
heal.
The Craftworld shall be protected. An excellent choice.
Oh, you can't kill him.
The
Well,
ancients
let's get you over to
suggest this
here.
is the way.
We'll get you more armor, I guess.
My flame is bright.
Scout unit.
Oh, we got a copy Avatar Kane coming for us, huh? That seems like a little bit of funny business. Actually, I think this is back up, isn't
More
it?
look to assist us in the conquering of Gladius.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we gotta get that ore up and running, though. We're quite positive with our energy again, which is good. Just gotta keep surviving these invasions. I just wish... I think you guys know that I get kind of annoyed on this last objective on these quests, because it's like drags it out so much. It's like I wish I would just spawn in tons of guys. And then you just have to have this big, epic last stand instead of, you know, summoning in, what is it, somewhere between 6 and maybe 8 units a turn for 15 to 20 turns, depending on how quickly you kill them. Just becomes this kind of tedious process when you have to, when you're playing it on the impossible difficulty and there's lots of other units on the field, because it takes them longer to do their turn than it does for us to complete ours effectively. That wouldn't always be the case, though. It's just because our economy is so poor. Just not a lot of strategic planning that happens for us this late.
By your
Alright,
will.
not quite sure how
They will never
he ended up
searching for targets. They will never
getting over here.
give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder. Scout walkers ready to act. Give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder.
Alright, keep killing these guys.
I will put this ground down. It will be destroyed.
Alright, taking that back because I want that damage. Would also like to be able to push up here.
We will chase down our foe. Order understood.
Let's bring you over to here. And then she can heal these guys. And then you guys are still over here healing these guys. And I'm not quite sure why my ore is going down. These buildings really... Oh, wait. That's right. Electricity buildings take ore for upkeep. That's what's going on there. Well, I guess we'll keep fighting the orcs a little bit while we're waiting here.
Standing by.
Alright, yeah, so the orc boyos are definitely coming for us now. So maybe we just have to pull back.
Give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder. Moving now. Heavy ordnance at the ready. The Craftworld shall be protected. Shall we begin?
Oh, what am I doing?
Spirit Seer, prepared for battle.
The runes call for a decisive strike.
You require my sage advice? I walk the path few dare tread.
That's pretty annoying.
Iliad's gaze be upon you.
We stride toward battle.
As you wish.
Alright, we got the Death Dreads over
Our
there.
minds are focused. This blade is the deadliest. Scout unit here. Destination confirmed. Standing by. Orders received.
Dang, rocket launchers hit me from range there. Yeah, Space Marines are over here somewhere. I was kind of expecting a big battle over here, but not so much. Yeah, the Adeptosaurus and the Astra Militarum must be fighting each other. I would guess that the Adeptosaurus would probably be winning it. Uh-oh.
Marvel at the sublime craftsmanship of Vol.
Whilst all Aeldari vehicles are swift and agile, those that mount star engines are often able to move faster than the eye can follow. Lesser races can only marvel at the phenomenal speed and maneuverability of a craft so well equipped.
We are as one. Let us land a decisive blow. Give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder. We have the target. Destination confirmed. This blade is the deadliest.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get the kill,
Standing by.
but you can.
Let the swords cry war once more.
Alright, well,
By your will.
hit and run, I guess it is.
Wise decision.
Keep pulling you back.
The spirits are ready for war.
Ready to provide support fire.
The path ahead is shrouded.
Alright,
Blade is the deadliest.
take out that aircraft.
The Craftworld shall be
Pull you
protected.
guys back.
I will put this ground behind me. Aeldari artillery. We are as one. We strive
Pull you
toward
back
battle.
too, I guess. I guess we'll get the Wraith Knight. See if they keep following me or not. They very well may want to. Yeah, they're coming for me, I think.
Your orders? Our minds are focused. We are as one. Our minds are focused. Our minds are focused. Your orders?
Alright, let's see.
You
Heal.
require my sage advice?
I will put this ground behind me. How might we serve? I will put this ground behind me.
Alright, get you up to
battery
here.
on the move. We are as one. Moving now.
Oh, bummer. It's got 3 range.
We will chase down our foes.
Do you seek communion?
Alright, we're up to 53 exactly. So let's build one more here. Get that ore going. And then that means we're going to need to, let's see, we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 19, 22, 24. Yeah, so we're going to need lots more dormitories. So we'll just get that going. Not that I expect that we'll build out that long. This mission will likely come to an end long before that happens. They must be fighting up here. That evil looking mad duck. I see they're fighting. It's gonna be embarrassing the amount of difference between the resources, I'm sure.
We await our target.
Alright, get back here.
Our minds are focused.
Back here, heal.
All receive what they truly deserve.
Scout unit here. Searching for targets. Warhammer falls. Give me a target. Rend it asunder.
Alright, good.
Searching for targets.
Start trying to pick off as many of these heroes as we can. Not that it should really matter much, since they should have so much influence by this point in the game. It shouldn't even be, like, close.
We stride toward battle.
The path ahead is shrouded.
Scout unit here. Give me a target, and I shall render. I will put this ground behind me.
Do something like that. Ooh, actually. Okay, it doesn't have the mind control situation. So I was gonna say, these guys are considered open tops, so that means they could be susceptible to getting stunned with the psychic attack. I do think they're quite dorky looking. Still got our Gorkanaut over here too. Yeah, see, the orcs must be the major force. They got 5 relics under their control. A lot of HP.
Like a vengeful god of war, the Wraith Knights shall dominate this battlefield.
Dominating the battlefield, the Wraith Knight looks down upon its foes like a vengeful god of war, armed with either a massive energy cannons or a colossal blade and shield. This giant ghost warrior can unleash blazing destruction or charge in to carve apart its foes. Inside its Wraithbone hull, its pilot communes with the soul of his twin, for the ghost warrior is driven by 2 Aeldari, one living, one dead, while working as one.
The spirits are ready for war. It is wise to beseech the ancients.
Moving now. I will put this ground behind me.
It's like I want to just get a kill going here.
Rend it asunder. Destination confirmed.
Why didn't I do this first?
They cannot hide from our sight. We will chase down our foes. We shall evade their fire. Our minds are focused. We shall evade their fire.
I need one more attack, huh?
Give me a target, and I shall rend it asunder.
My flame is bright.
I was kind of hoping that was going to be the last
Give me a
guy.
target, and I shall rend it asunder.
Alright, well, 1 loyalty, 1 population, 1 of those, and then we'll get you 1 of these. And sure, why not a little more research? And we'll need food, so this looks like the only one that's not -20, so that'll be the new food location. We'll get the Wraith Knight Star Cannons to give them more attacks. Actually, let's get rid of that, because that's not really going to be that... Oh, shoot. Yep, that's what I thought. I was like, ah, fuck, I think I forgot to upgrade that bad boy. We gotta be getting close to the end, though. How dare you?
Standing by.
Our pitiful successors, man. Their empire has barely lasted 10 millennia and was almost destroyed by rebellion after only 1,000 years. Weak, slow, stupid. But fertile, and still our likely successors. Fear their war engines, primitive though they are.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened, is the Astra Militarum and the Adeptus Sororitas were fighting each other. Orcs are just blowing up like crazy. Yeah, they definitely would have been able to kill the Space Marines by just overwhelming them with these forces. Yeah, and they're just occasionally breaking down, seeing the neutrals and attacking us. So had I been trying to do a total war victory, I would have just sneak attacked their base here, taken out that stuff, and then just came up here while he's mostly fighting the Space Marines. So that's actually, yeah, Space Marines. That's actually what we were doing, and we would have destroyed some of these bases, and actually probably would have let the Space Marines be able to push through a little bit. But then we got all those bases and enemy neutrals summoned in on top of us.
I write this before I descend into Inaris' core. Suffice to say, we were victorious, and the planet is in our grasp. We are exterminating the other races and departing ourselves. Only the Seers and Wraiths will stay to witness this. The full activation of these great infinity circuits, to see what this planet is capable of when fully awake. I hunger to know what it is, what has been trapped inside since the war in heaven. Is it Vol? Is it the first among the Aeldari? Is it something else? Already, I feel the crystal change coming upon me. The planet is ours at last, its test passed. Gladius Prime, Inaris, is a safe haven for all Aeldari. Behind its shielding warp storm, and you are worthy to descend into its core, to find its secrets, to find what it is that has dreamt for 60 million years in its immense infinity circuits.
Yeah, so as you can see, the Aeldari are incredibly powerful, especially if you make it to the late game. They have some of the best units. You know, their aircraft are great, their Wraith Knights are great, their Scorpions are amazing. They're probably one of the best single heavy unit killers in the game against anti-vehicle, anti-cities. And then they also have the War Walkers, as you can see, and then being able to do hit and run attacks can be amazing. Unfortunately, all the webway gates around us were destroyed, so I didn't get to use that as our advantage. So even with one base, we were able to kind of hold the line a little bit and do some damage, but we were definitely stalled out more. You know, if I would have had a research location under my control with the main base, then I would have been able to get up to those War Walkers quicker, and then we could have just beaten back those orcs, and that would have saved those 5 webway gates around us, and we would have been a major powerhouse. So that would have been more of an important thing for our start if I was going for that total war victory and not the quest victory, because it's kind of, that's why you need to know which way you're going for your objectives, because you play the two totally separate, two totally different. So if you're doing the total war conquest, then you need to be real aggressive, make sure you're locking things down. When you're doing the quest and you know it's just going to be the slow trickle victory at the end where you have to just stay alive, then having a multiple base is not as essential. It's just making sure you have more of a secure buffer zone, that you don't end up aggroing the impossible AI onto your bases, and just having a big enough economy to keep your units alive. But as you can see, it's pretty important to get a little bit of influence going early on, so you can really get those Asuryani arrivals to come on to help with your city growth. Otherwise, you're just so neutered. And then getting the Transcendent Bliss is going to be very nice to help you get your cities going, especially if you get multiple cities, because then that can counteract the penalty of a city, because you're getting +6, I want to say, once it was fully upgraded, whereas you'll just have a -5 penalty per city outside of your first city, and that can really help you. And then because the Aeldari are pretty much good at everything and have something for every resource, once you get a couple bases going, you can really just start getting those Warwalkers, Scorpions, Wraith Knights going and just doing tons of damage. As you can see, the Greater Ingress is kind of the most key building. However, with the Asurani Crucibles, you can see that Wraith Knight is the icon after the Rangers there, so that if I was going to be building those guys, that'd be quite helpful. And then the energy would have been very helpful to help if we were doing the aircraft, because again, you can get that Shroud ability, which gives everybody some range damage reduction. You can use their ability to start stunning organic units, which can be very good, especially help fight the Tyranids, but they've already been taken out. But you can just effectively stun lock some of their most powerful units if you have several of them, because the stun lasts for 1 turn, and if you have multiple vehicles, you just stun it, and then the next turn you have a different vehicle come up, or aircraft come up and stun it, and then the following turn a third one come up, and then the cooldown should start to be coming off, and then you can be attacking in between there. So it gets to be really, really obnoxious. We got the Avatar Kane. He can boost up everybody. He's a good melee guy. Again, my heroes were all pretty lackluster because I didn't have enough influence to really get them kitted out. And then because I didn't have enough outposts, it didn't make sense for me to keep reproducing the Altarchs. But had I had more outposts under my control, then definitely having the Altarchs going can be a critical importance for your economy, because each one will give you 100% of the resource outcome of every outpost that's under your control. So effectively that's doubling the amount of resources per Altarch that you have, and if you have lots of those outposts, that can effectively quadruple your economy depending on just how much of the map is under your control. And as you can see, the Spirit Seers, you can use them to buff up your your armor or your HP, so that can help you. And then you did get to see a little bit of the Farseer on this map. I tend not to like them a huge amount, but they definitely have some feasibility. You know, they can restore the morale, and as you can see, before the War Walkers really get upgraded to start to get a little bit of that morale loss immunity, or decrease the losses, just suffering a single loss can just totally shit can their morale, and that dramatically increases the amount of damage that they take and also decreases the amount of damage that they can do. And then using that Doom, you can use it on the elite tier units like a Squiggoth if it was blocking my way, or on the, more importantly, the city, as you could see, and doubling that damage allowed us to kill that city, which was a fairly higher tier city. It was actually probably one of his original cities, given that it was in the 40 population range, and so that was letting us go from all the way from like 17 damage to 30 to 40. So that was pretty amazing, especially when we were buffing up their damage with the other skills and the accuracy, and then the Altar can stack that on top by giving them additional accuracy. So again, the Tyranids, the Eldar can be incredibly powerful. So I'll upload a guide with my recommendations for playing as the Craftworld Aeldari, because it definitely was a little bit of a neutered playthrough since I only had the one base, since everything else got taken out by the orcs, unfortunately. But overall, I think it gives you a pretty good understanding of how I would think things through, because I was able to kind of vocalize some thoughts until we ended up everything turning sideways at around turn 50 when they started moving through that peninsula and then killing all the locations that I had been trying to save. And then I think it also showed a pretty good use of how you can harass the Drukhari and Craftworld as well, is once you have that ability to activate the webway gates without any cost, and there's no reason why you can't just activate one per turn around your enemies, and that can really stop them from being able to expand their bases, and that can be a really easy way for you to counter the Drukhari and the opponent Craftworld Aeldari if you have them as your opponents. The big thing is you just also need to be careful that they don't start doing that to you. Now, the AI is generally coded that they'll focus on the ones that are closest to them once they wipe out the neutrals, so it's unlikely that they would come across the map and start activating your bases unless it gets to be the end game situation and they got a pretty solid economy. Then they will. So you just need to make sure you can wait a little bit of time, but once you get past that turn 50, you really got to start being very cautious unless they have a bunch of webway gates around their base already. Then they'll still focus on those. But as I was activating that, I'm like, oh man, I got to get these cities going, and then unfortunately the orcs pushed through, and then that just became a little bit of a moot point. So let's take a look at the resources here. So yeah, pretty abysmal overall score here. We're way down in the dirt, and all these guys are way better than us. Now the orcs are very dangerous because the more kills they get and the more battle they do, the more resources they get. So it just totally pops off with the impossible AI because they already have so many different units available, and then all of a sudden they get all those influence or other resources, and it just gets to be an absolute beast. Yeah, our economy never really popped off because we only had that one base going. You know, had we had multiple bases, we would have been up here closer to where the Space Marines are. Military-wise, we kind of had a little bit of a showing, but never really got past 50% of what the Space Marines were. Research, yeah, just kind of a slow creep until the very end there where I started making the different research centers to help us push a little bit more, but for the most part was pretty low. And then for our unit details, we got 8,000 resources, did 5,600 damage, took 1,000 damage, only created 22 units compared to the 400 to 500 from the strongest factions here. Almost 400 for the Imperial Guard as well. And then where are the Space Marines? Yeah, Space Marines are even close to 200, so definitely kind of a pitiful showing for us. The Tau, even though they were killed, are probably going to even the Tau which were killed had 76 units compared to our 22, so it was definitely a huge kick in the dick once all those webway gates were taken out around us. But it is what it is, and overall we beat the impossible campaign in 103 turns, so that's pretty fast for an impossible campaign even with the quest, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I hope this was an improvement for this campaign, and the audio quality for the different technologies, and also the story mode, because it was a bit of a poor audio quality on the first release. So with that, I'm going to sign off for the day. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.